Donald J. Trump.
Okay, so translator, you can take a break now. So because we can listen to the president directly. Can we just have the Donald, please?
Even if no
Stop
one
breathing like that.
This vlog,
What is going on?
I wanted to start this live.
Stop breathing.
I've been worried about Trump going to Israel.
All right.
And if anything happens,
I think she's struggling.
I would like to get my reaction.
Okay, we need to hear the Donald directly. We can't. It's not speaking yet.
Mr. President, I would like to thank you that you granted the Knesset the honor that it is the first parliament that you are visiting in your present term. In the Jewish tradition, we are used to bless you, the one who gives us the honor. Thank you very much, Mr. President, President Trump. Honorary President, 2,000 years ago, we were exiled from our homeland, but in all the diaspora that we lived by, we never forgot Jerusalem, the beating heart of the Jewish people, since it's for which we prayed for year after year. And 7 years ago, it was you, President Trump, that in the name of the United States, you recognized Jerusalem as
translator is something else to tell you.
Capital of Jerusalem. You executed a promise that many other presidents promised. You transferred the embassy to Jerusalem. Thank you very much, President Trump. Thank you very much, President Trump.
She's so enthusiastic, the translator. I think she wanted to say it to Trump herself directly. Thank you so much. Okay, can they let him speak, please? Stop breathing like that.
In the dawn of its establishment, Israel was forced to fight, but it always extended its hand to peace. 7 years ago, you led the Abraham Accords, and I had the privilege
She's not the best translator, is she?
to serve in this government that signed it, and it was very meaningful for me because 2.5 years ago, I was the first head of the Knesset that was invited to speak in a parliament of Arab country, and it was in the country of Morocco.
Can't they use
where
AI?
My parents came from.
I know, the translator is something else.
You made it relationship closer in an accord that it's peace for peace. Thank you very much, President Trump.
I'm dead. She's killing me. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Let him speak.
Many years before your first term, already in 2011, you identified this danger of nuclear Iran.
Our nation's national security interests.
There we go. She's gone. She got fired.
To go nuclear. איום על ארצות הברית משמעו איום על העולם החופשי כולו. העקבית ששמה את
Your continued that you put America first, but not America alone. Do you brought with you to the White House in your 2 terms? 4 months ago, after Prime Minister started Rising Lion, you started the Midnight Hammer, which was a very brave action. That there was nothing like it until you arrived at the White House.
Thank you very much.
Thus, Mr. President, you prevented a nuclear holocaust that Iran wanted to bring about to the world. A country in its parliament, its elected officials cry death to America and death to Israel. And today we can say to the Ayatollahs, rule in Iran will not have nuclear power. Thank you, President Trump.
That's right.
She's so enthusiastic.
We don't want Iran to have nuclear
Can we get rid of the translator?
Any country,
I'd rather
even
just
over
listen
there,
to the
wants
Hebrew
Iran
version.
to have nuclear power, to be honest.
Can't keep clapping and
Well,
standing
no,
up for
that
your
would be
own
very
speech
helpful.
and then sit down
Mr.
again.
President,
Oh,
today
my goodness,
the
today.
Jewish people are ending the holiday of Sukkot, and tomorrow it will be Simchat Torah. And 2 years ago in
6:13
Simchat
in the
Torah,
morning here in
it
North
was the
Carolina.
most difficult day for the state of Israel since
worried
its establishment and for the Jewish people
about
since
Trump
the
going to
Holocaust.
Israel today.
Many times I came with many visitors
watching.
to the area of the slaughter, and I saw the horrors. And few weeks after the 7th of October, I accompanied Jared and Ivanka that who came to those difficult areas. We saw what we were in Kfar Aza, and we saw what we hope that we will never see again. Horrible sights of pogroms, children, men and women, the elderly, they are no longer there. The Satan not only murdered and raped and many of our brothers and sisters.
Got someone in the live chat
also
saying you are being disrespectful, Maya. You
abducted
become
the
rude.
alive
I was
and
always
the
rude.
dead. And
Surprised.
since then, this has been the
Not
longest
the
and the most
translator
just war. This wound
messing up
of
about
our
being late. I don't
brothers
think that's
in
rude.
prison has been when all
Good
the
morning,
nation of
everybody.
Israel has
6
been
o'clock in the
in
morning.
pain of
Here in
the
North Carolina.
families of the abducted
Watching 2CTV.
until this morning.
Watching
For
Trump
2
in Israel
years,
this morning.
in the
hostages are
gallery
supposed to
where
be
the
coming
people,
back,
the guests
so
are
I'm
sitting,
gonna keep up with that.
we had photos of the hostages. But this morning, towards this historical day, we were able to remove the photos, and I will.
Let's see if there's any.
Half millennia into the mists of time to find a parallel. Cyrus the Great.
Listen, this time the translator.
You, President Donald J. Trump, are a colossus who will be enshrined in the pantheon of history. Thousands of years from now, Mr. President, the Jewish people will remember you. We are a nation that remembers. Far from being a local struggle, what we are witnessing is a global struggle, a global battle between the forces of extremism, radicalism, and fundamentalism, and those of freedom, liberty, and democracy. What the world needs now is not appeasers who feed the crocodile in the hope that they will be eaten last, like the kind we have seen recently at the UN General Assembly. And by the way, President Trump, your team has checked the teleprompter. It is working beautifully. What the world needs, now are more leaders who are brave, resolute, strong, and bold. The world needs more Trumps. Mr. President, with your permission, I would like to take this moment to address Prime Minister Netanyahu.
People in the UN say he's a worker. I can't say that word.
ראש הממשלה,
Yeah.
ראש הממשלה עמד...
Mr. Prime Minister,
Oh no.
The last few years, you faced great
Speaking
pressures.
Hebrew again, that's what it is.
Steve Witkoff, the special envoy.
I want to see.
Mr. President, with your permission,
Well, they're not covering
I would
the
like to take
hostages.
this moment to address Prime Minister Netanyahu.
I guess not. I like TCTV better than
Of the Prime Minister. It was the Prime Minister who had to take hard decisions. How much we have to be hard towards Hamas and when we have to be more moderate. But the truth now that looking backwards, we wouldn't have reached this point if the Prime Minister Netanyahu wouldn't have acted the way he acted.
Yes.
Also, my President Trump believes that the Prime Minister Netanyahu made hard decisions, and there were people who would have been less brave who wouldn't have made these decisions. We are here today because the Hamas did not have an alternative. So says Witkoff. The pressure was great, and therefore we progressed immensely. And this is what brought about this agreement. This is what the envoy Witkoff has stated. Mr. Prime Minister, yesterday, on his way to Israel, the President Trump, that you are the right person at the right time. And I'm proud to say here, in front of the whole world, that thanks to you, we achieved the great things that we have achieved. Thank you so much, Mr. Prime Minister.
She almost said president. Yeah.
Nothing was happening under any other president.
Any translation is better than no translation.
What's this happening
At this point.
So many people
This day,
I've heard
today,
say, it wouldn't have
and we
happened
will
without-
thank from the heart,
I'm going to say that.
depths of our heart, to the brave soldiers of the IDF,
CNN had
of the
to say it.
Israeli Defense Forces.
Come on, Donald. Give him the microphone.
Everybody wants to hear me.
And both the IDF, Shin Bet, and Mossad have done really well over the last couple of years. All three of them.
We will thank to the IDF brave soldiers who fought like lions and endangered their lives in order to protect the state of Israel. Many of them sacrificed their lives for the country that bows its head.
I'm gonna
Their
stop
blood
so that
was
be quiet
not
for a little bit.
did not die in vain, because with their heroism they brought this state, and their names will be inscribed forever in the hearts of the nation. President.
There was not a single person on this planet who did more than you to advance peace. No one even came close. Your election to the presidency marked a turning point, not only for the United States, but for the entire world. Through your strength of character and unwavering resolve, you brought an end to bloody conflicts in no fewer than 8 regions across the globe. In less than 9 months, you became one of the most consequential presidents in history. You saved countless lives that would have been lost without your leadership.
He stopped 8
And
wars.
as
I
our
don't know if
sages
everyone knows
teach,
that,
whoever saves
but
one
you should
life,
look it up.
it is as though he has
Just in
saved
this
an
time.
entire world. You have proven that true peace is achieved through strength, and that only those who are prepared to use force in the present can prevent the need to use it in the future. Mr. President,
Faces.
you, more than any other individual, are deserving of the highest recognition for your efforts in promoting peace. Therefore, I hereby announce that together with our good friend, Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, we will rally speakers and presidents of parliaments from around the world to submit your candidacy for the Nobel Prize, Peace Prize next year. There is no one more deserving than you, President Trump. No one.
Is loving it.
He is loving it. He is totally loving it. Go, Trump.
אדוני הנשיא, אנחנו ניצבים בפני ההיסטוריה ברגע...
Mr. President, we are confronting history. It is a very exciting day for the citizens of Israel, a day that we all wished for. In the Jeremiah, it says that from when we hear your cry, there will be a wage for your, and they will
This
return
translator
from
is
the
hold
country
on,
of the
you have to
enemies,
back it up.
and the
She's funny.
and the sons returned to their borders, to their land. The book of Jeremiah. I want to wish all the hostages how happy we are and how good it is that you are back home. The President Trump, who will give us that God Almighty will bless you, your and your family, your country, and all those who are dear to you, and will make
America, and may God bless the state of Israel. תודה רבה וחג שמח.
Here we go.
Hopefully this is Trump.
It's about to start.
Go, Trump! Good morning, everybody. Don't know where you're from, but it's cold here in North Carolina.
No,
6:30 in
no.
the morning, almost.
אני מתכבד להזמין כעת את
So I
ראש
cannot
הממשלה.
see the comments.
I'm
Anyone comment?
inviting
I
now
cannot
Mr.
see
Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime
Okay,
Minister,
do that.
to say a few words.
Oh, now I see them. You're gonna tell a secret. You're a shapeshifter. Shapeshift into my flashlight. Trump is the best president. I do believe that. Or in my lifetime anyways. Oh no, we can't hear him talk.
President Herzog and his wife Michal,
Oh, that's the translator.
and the great honorary
They're
guests,
speaking Hebrew.
and headed by our great friend, the President of the United States, President Donald J. Trump. Welcome to Jerusalem, our eternal capital. Welcome to Israel
like, what's going on?
in this moving day, exciting day that will be inscribed in the history, on the annals of Israel, and
Good
you
morning,
too,
everyone.
Mr. President, will be inscribed in the history of our nation, and you are already inscribed in the history of the world. And we remember our friends. We know your part, your important part, and the determined part of the return of the hostages in this day, when we were informed today, an hour ago, that all our live hostages returned back to us.
They are in the
What
Red Cross
excitement.
vans. We don't know.
How long we've waited for this moment, and we have committed to return everyone. And I want to thank you personally and on behalf of the whole nation. Thank you, Mr. President, President Trump. Thank you, Mr. President.
my gosh, this translator. She is not talking. What is he saying?
But I'm not sure about the translation.
Oh, there we go.
So I'll say words in English. President Trump, the Knesset welcomes you and your distinguished delegation to Jerusalem, our eternal capital. This is your first visit to Israel since you recognize Jerusalem as our capital and moved the embassy here. Thank you, President Trump, for that.
It's more in the middle of Jerusalem, isn't it? More near Gaza.
There are many other reasons to thank you
Does anyone
since your last visit here.
if you're hopping on?
Thank you for recognizing Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights.
Trump hasn't spoke yet. The hostages are on the Red Cross line, and we're just watching to see what they say. I've been worried about Trump.
Thank you for standing up to the lies against Israel in the United Nations.
Well, the United Nations isn't the best anyway. Or for Israel.
Thank you for recognizing in your 2020 peace plan our rights in Judea and Samaria, the ancestral homeland of the Jewish people. Thank you for brokering the historic Abraham Accords. Abraham, Eskemei Avraham.
Last time.
Thank you for withdrawing from the disastrous Iran nuclear deal.
Nobody wanted that. Nobody wanted that.
Thank you for supporting Operation Rising Lion and for your bold decision
Thank you
to launch
all who have
Operation
commented.
Midnight Hammer.
Good morning.
Boy, is that... You gotta hear this.
Making sure Trump's alright, to be honest. It's really around here.
This is the most fitting name ever named for a military operation because a little after midnight, you really hammered them.
Oh yeah, he said.
My friends, this is only a partial list, but it's enough to affirm what I've said time and again. Donald Trump is the greatest friend that the state of Israel has ever had in the White House.
Gotta support our allies. We need to do more of our allies, I do think.
No American president has ever done more for Israel. Washington.
Good morning, good morning.
Mr. President, today we welcome you here to thank you for your pivotal leadership, putting forward a proposal
There we go.
that got the backing of almost the entire world. A proposal that brings all our hostages home. A proposal that ends the war by achieving all our objectives. A proposal that opens the door to an historic expansion of peace in our region and beyond our region. Mr. President, you are committed to this peace. I am committed to this peace. And together, Mr. President, we will achieve this peace.
Yeah, apologies for the video lagging. At least we got the sound.
We've done it before. We've done it before in the Abraham Accords. And we'll do it again. Mr. President, today the Jewish calendar, we remember the 1,200 people Hamas savagely slaughtered in cold blood, including dozens and dozens of Americans. We remember entire families burnt alive burnt alive as they embraced
This
each
might
other.
be better coverage, but we don't see Trump.
We remember
Fair
the
enough.
beautiful young Israelis brutally gunned down at the Nova Music Festival. We remember the hundreds of our citizens. We remember the beautiful young Israelis brutally gunned down at the Nova Music Festival. We remember the hundreds of our citizens who were dragged into the dungeons of Gaza, including 12 Americans, men and women, young and old, babies and elderly Holocaust survivors. My friends, Mr. President Donald, these monsters take babies as hostages.
Oh, goodness gracious.
In response to this barbaric attack on October 7th,
Oh,
Israel did what it had to do. With indomitable courage,
we want to hear from
we set out to defend our people, to defeat our enemies, and to release our hostages. Our heroic soldiers fought like lions. They fought on the front lines of civilization and barbarism. Israel achieved amazing victories over Hamas and the entire Iran terror axis. Sinwar, Dev, Hania, Nasrallah, Assad, they're all gone. Iran's nuclear weapons and ballistic missile program, with your enormous help, Mr. President, rolled back. Half the Houthi leadership wiped out. But the price of this victory, the price of these victories, has been heavy. Nearly 2,000 of Israel's finest were lost, nearly half in battle. They left behind parents, spouses, siblings, and children. Their love and laughter, their promise and potential were lost forever. To the families of our fallen fighters, many of them are here, I say, I know the depth of your pain. I know the inconsolable grief that will accompany you for the rest of your lives. The state of Israel bows its head
every time I go
in
live,
eternal gratitude
I say what I'm drinking.
to our fallen heroes.
You could all tell me what you're drinking. this morning.
Because of these heroes, our nation will survive. Because of these heroes, our nations will thrive. And because of these heroes, our nation will have peace. Mr. President, thousands of our brave soldiers were also wounded, suffering terrible blows to body and soul. Brave soldiers like Ari Spitz. Ari is an American.
Still dark here in there.
Ari is an American Israeli
Relax.
who was injured. Ari is an American Israeli who was injured in Gaza while searching for Hamas terrorists and weapons.
Can you see Sally?
2 of Ari's comrades were killed in this action, and 10 were injured. Ari was presumed dead, but made a miraculous recovery despite losing 3 limbs. Ari, stand up for a minute alone. Stand up. There you go. There. Ari, Ari, you are the spirit of Joshua. You are the spirit of David. You are the spirit of the Maccabees. You are the spirit of Israel. I salute you. We all salute you. Sabine Tassa of Kibbutz Netiv HaSara is watching us today from the Israeli consulate in Los Angeles. Sabine lost her husband and her oldest son on October 7th. She is the mother of 3 other boys. 2 of them, Cohen and Shai, witnessed their father jump on a Hamas grenade to save his 2 sons. We all saw the film of those 2 boys crying out in pain, "Father is dead. Why? Why did God save me?" Mr. President, my friend Donald, I've seen some very tough things in my life.
A lot of people don't.
But I
like
couldn't
him.
bring myself
Man, I will say.
to watch those boys suffering again.
Maybe Trump wishes.
So I didn't
he
see this film
had to go
except
with someone
once.
else over there. I'm not.
Yet
sure.
Sabine, their mother, has had the strength and
I live in
fortitude
North Carolina, so
to show this film across the world. And my wife Sarah and I asked her,
I have no clue.
"Sabina, how do you do it? Why do you do it?" And she answered, "I do it to show the entire world the monsters Israel is fighting and the justice of our cause." This is what she's doing once again in Los Angeles. Sabine, you can hear me now. So I want to tell you on behalf of all of us, you embody the spirit of our biblical heroines, Deborah, Ruth, and Esther. You too are the spirit of Israel, and we all salute you.
Oh, there's Panda. Okay. Just hopping on.
Mr. President, you asked me on our many conversations during the 12-day war with Iran, you asked me, how are the people holding up? And I said to you, our people are strong. Israelis are a nation of lions with unlimited resolve to defend our country and secure our future.
Cannot see.
The people give strength to our soldiers, and the people give strength to me and to my colleagues. The Jewish people have risen from the ashes time and again, but when we formed the State of Israel and the Army of Israel, we pledged never again would be defenseless against our enemies. And that resolute strength not only assures our survival, it assures our future.
641
It assures
here in North
peace.
Carolina. Sun's
We
not-
have paid a high price for this war. But our enemies now understand just how powerful and just how determined Israel is.
Okay, stop.
They understand that attacking Israel on October 7th
Everyone wants to hear
was a
something.
catastrophic mistake. They understand that Israel is strong and that Israel is here to stay. And this, Mr. President, is the indispensable foundation of peace. Peace through strength. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a momentous day, a day of great joy as the remaining hostages come home. My wife Sarah and I have met with the hostage families many times. There were no words to describe their agony,
I got on
only
today
tears of bottomless
because I've been
sorrow.
worried
and
since
unimaginable
yesterday about
pain.
Trump going to Israel.
At the beginning of the war,
If anything
I promised to
happened,
bring all the
I wanted-
hostages home.
Yeah, it was going to be
Today,
a video, so I would like
with
to.
the indispensable help, the determined and focused help, the unremitting help of President Trump and his team,
Look, Trump,
and with the incredible sacrifice and courage of the soldiers of Israel, we are fulfilling that promise. It has been a long journey to get here. In the first week of the war, our brave soldiers put military pressure on Hamas, and the international community put diplomatic pressure on them. This enabled us to secure the release of over 100 hostages. In heroic rescue attempts behind enemy lines, Israel's special forces rescued 8 live hostages and brought back the remains of dozens more. But as time went on, we all know what happened. The diplomatic pressure was turned on its head. More and more governments bought into Hamas's false propaganda. More and more governments succumbed to anti-Semitic mobs in their own countries.
And you have
They
people
just
here
turned
in
on Israel.
America
They called for us to
shouting
surrender to Hamas demands,
for
just leave
Hamas.
Gaza immediately, they
When you
said,
say
end the
free
war without
Palestine,
committing to disarm Hamas,
really don't
without
understand
committing
what that
to
means.
demilitarize Gaza.
Hamas is over Palestine.
And Israel
right now,
succumbed to those demands.
or whatever, the Palestinian
Not only would Sinwar, Nasrallah, Assad, and Iran's
because they're in
missile
Gaza.
and nuclear
It's
program
not
remain intact.
called Palestine.
Not only that,
They have so many areas
Because in no
to
time,
go to.
the Hamas killers would be back on the border fence, ready to repeat the horrors of
And
October
Iran
7th
has been
again and
funding
again,
Hamas.
as they vowed to do. But just at that point,
Muslim people don't want Hamas.
just
They
at
have
that point of maximum pressure on Israel,
parades and stuff against
a
them.
man named Donald J. Trump was
In
elected
Gaza.
president of the United
It
States.
just doesn't get huge recognition, and people just talk about it because the mainstream media don't like to say facts.
And ladies and gentlemen, overnight, everything changed. Everything.
So the Trump, whatever he did,
Mr. President, thanks to your unequivocal backing of Israel, we secured a second hostage deal within weeks of your election. And in the months that followed, we worked closely together to forge a path to bring the remaining hostages home and end the war. End the war in a way that ensures the disarming of Hamas, the demilitarization of Gaza, and that Gaza would never again pose a threat to Israel. 2 months ago, you fully backed my decision to send the IDF into the last Hamas stronghold in Gaza City. You shared my view that this military pressure would help free the hostages. And despite all the criticism, all the naysayers, we were right. Hamas caved in. And 2 weeks ago, you succeeded in doing something miraculous.
I'm gonna say this is like
You succeeded in doing something that no one
in the
believed
middle
was
of
possible.
still.
You brought most of the Arab world.
That is what
You did.
I
You brought
really.
most of the world behind your proposal to free the hostages and end the
At
war.
least the hostages are free, so whatever.
I want to thank
happens from here,
Steve Witkoff,
I hope
Jared Kushner, and Ron Dermer
finally peace
for
after
their
Hamas,
great
and
contribution to this effort.
is what I- But probably every leader will rise up to be in hatred of Israel. in my opinion. Good morning, everyone. If you
And I want to thank our negotiating team. I believe that the close cooperation between the two of us, between our two nations, combining Israel's military pressure and President Trump's unmatched global leadership. I have to tell you, I've seen a lot of American presidents. Seen them all in the time that I've been here, and I've been here quite a lot of time. I've never seen anyone move the world so quickly,
It's cold.
so decisively, so resolutely as our friend President Donald J. Trump.
Sorry, I can hear like that.
With our military pressure and President Trump's global leadership, we achieved this historic moment. It's a moment of indescribable joy as our nation embraces our sons who are coming home. Mr. President,
At 79.
this week,
His dad lived into
Jews
his 90s,
around the world,
so it's not much of
Jews
a
around the
surprise,
world are going to read
per se.
the book of
He
Ecclesiastes,
doesn't drink or
Kohelet,
do
in the
drugs,
Bible.
so.
The Bible has many
Or smoke. And I smoke cigarettes.
miraculous
I don't need to
moments.
stop smoking cigarettes.
One of them was your decision to bomb Fordo. I think it was a pivot of history because it wasn't meant only to bomb Fordo. That action and your previous action of taking out Qasem Soleimani, the architect of death, I think that changed the balance of power in the world. You brought America back again to the driver's seat.
Who the driver's seat?
Now, I said that we're going to read this week the book of Ecclesiastes. It's not a book of action. It's a book of meditations, of thought, a perspective on life.
Baby's
And on
been
death.
talking for quite a good
And in this
time.
book, we read the immortal words of King Solomon. To everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven. Et milchama ve'et shalom. A time for peace and a time for war. The last 2 years have been a time of war. The coming years will hopefully be a time for peace.
I like those peace. Yeah, there's something happening in
Peace.
Afghanistan.
Inside Israel
If you haven't heard, you should look it up.
and peace outside Israel. I look forward to continuing marching with you on the path we paved together with the Abraham Accords. Under your leadership, we can forge new peace treaties
I wish I could
with
see it
Arab
from that.
countries in the region
It
and
is
Muslim
not
countries
working, and
beyond
I
the
don't
region.
understand.
Abraham's children will work together to build a better future, a future that will unite civilization, barbarism, light against darkness, and hope against despair. And my friends, I believe that with President Trump's leadership, this will happen a lot faster than
Oh
people
my
think.
goodness, I wish I could see comments.
As Prime Minister of Israel,
Thank you.
I
to
extend
you,
my hand
son,
to
and
hold
thank
those
you
who
for
seek
comment.
peace
I'm
with us.
sorry. Not
No
sure
one
what's going on.
wants peace more than the people of Israel. Israel will always remain vigilant in defending itself, and Israel will always remain full of hope. Hope is our national anthem.
I'm charging.
Hope is our creed. Hope is our strength. It is time, my friends, to realize that hope and expand the circle of peace. Mr. President,
If you could leave a like
thank you for all
and
you
tell
have
me
done
if
for us.
people are commenting,
I have
because I can see likes
submitted your
and
nomination
how many hop on. but
to
I'm
be
not
the
seeing
first
comments.
non-Israeli recipient of the Israel Prize.
We're just already
Israel's
doing
highest
here, so to
award.
speak.
As to that other prize, just a question of time, you'll get it. But I want you to get the Israel Prize, our highest award, to our greatest friend.
Yay, Trump. I will talk.
When others were weak, you were strong. When others were fearful, you were bold. When others abandoned us, you stood by our side. On behalf of the government and people of Israel, I thank you for your extraordinary friendship. Thank you for helping bring our hostages home. Thank you for supporting Israel's march to victory. Thank you for paving a path to peace. מכובדי נשיא ארצות הברית, ידידי דונלד.
Honorary President, welcome to Israel. Welcome to Jerusalem. welcome in this exciting day
Again.
that brought us to this day.
Funny lady. Yay, we're gonna hear Trump speak now. Oh, this lady, translator lady, she's breathing. The hot mic in it.
May God bless America, may God bless Israel, and may God bless the covenant between our two promised lands. Thank you, Mr. President. May God bless America, may God bless Israel, and may God bless the covenant between our two promised lands. Thank you, Mr. President.
Let's go back to KCTV. Everybody should go subscribe to him. He covers a lot over there in the UK and Israel, news, top of the...
Why are you chit-chatting?
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to go off this live and go back on to see if I can start seeing comments, because this is wild.
Come on up, opposition. Come on, opposition.
Opposition?
Yes. Oh, that's funny. There you go, the leader of the opposition.
אני מתכבד להזמין כעת את ראש האופוזיציה, חבר הכנסת יאיר לפיד.
Please opposition. This can't be
Alright, we got Lapid now.
Mr. Speaker, members of Knesset, ministers, President Herzog, Prime Minister Netanyahu,
Choose better
distinguished guests,
leadership.
Your Excellency,
Gosling.
President Trump.
Come on now.
For 2 years, we waited for this moment.
Oh, Muslims
2 years
so,
of sleepless
they
nights,
oppress their
2 years
people
without
so
air
much.
in our lungs.
It's not just
Our
the
eyes
violence, it's Muslims.
are filled with tears today. Our hearts are filled with gratitude. Our children
Because of what they
are
believe.
coming
They oppress
home.
their people. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. But they keep that
In the
leadership-
Babylonian Talmud, a sacred book of the
leadership
Jewish
keeps getting
people,
in.
it
It's
is
really
written,
bad for the
whoever
people.
destroys one life, it is as
And I
though
hope
he
for the
destroyed an
future
entire world,
where
and whoever saves
it
one
will be
life,
better for them.
it is though as he has saved an entire world. Mr. President, you have saved the lives of our hostages.
Trump's got even the liberals praising him in Israel.
Oh,
Oh,
But you
Lapid.
saved so much more. You have saved the souls
okay. Not
of the
Hamas
bereaved,
favors. This
whose
is
loved ones now will be
the
brought home for burial.
opposition in
You have saved thousands of
this is the Liberal
soldiers
Party
who will now not
leader
fall in
in
battle,
Israel.
and you have saved millions from the horrors
Oh,
of
what is that?
war.
I'm confused. Are these forgeries or
You have
not?
saved more than one life, and each life is an entire world. This is a historic moment, and a reminder that history is shaped by people. It is shaped by those who know the past, but have the vision to change the future. When you were elected, you declared that you would be the president of peace. You have kept your word. The fact that you were not awarded the Nobel Peace Prize is a grave mistake by the committee.
But the lady that won
But
it,
they will have no
praised
choice, Mr. President. They will have to
So,
award
like
it to
that.
you next year. Peace will not come by waiting. It will come by building, by reaching out, and by daring once again to believe. You, Mr. President, have done the unimaginable. We
I'm
will
gonna say
be
this
eternally
because it
grateful.
popped in my brain.
But we also need to take responsibility. The destiny of Israel
Everyone should go
will
look
always
up
be written by
the
the
man
people
that
of
has the
Israel.
highest IQ.
We must now
Talk about
prove
God.
ourselves worthy of what has
That
been
is
achieved.
a must-watch.
From its founding, Israel has said to the world
Just look that up,
that
and
our
you will find the man.
strength, our
He has the
power
highest IQ in the world.
rest upon our
And
values.
he's
Israel
talking
is
about
the
God.
strongest
very
country in the
interesting.
Middle East because we are the only democracy in the Middle East.
Lapid is trying so hard.
Because we believe in the
Tea,
principles
what are you doing?
laid in our
No,
Declaration of
take your time.
Independence,
I'm gonna have to go
which
off and
says
back on.
Israel will
really
ensure
wish I could
complete
see
equality of social and political rights to all its inhabitants, irrespective of religion, race, or sex. It will guarantee freedom of religion, conscience, language, education, and culture. It will safeguard the holy places for all religions.
If you want
Those
a
are
lighthearted
our
video,
values.
more,
That
video
is who we
opinion,
are
This guy's
as
awesome.
people,
His name's Andre.
as a country. Our neighbors must understand one more thing about us. We are not going anywhere. The Middle East is our home. We are here to stay. Our story did not end in the Bible. It began there. It continues in our laboratories and universities, in our innovation hubs. Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran, and the Houthis, they all read the wrong intelligence reports. The real intelligence report on Israel's intentions is found in the book of Genesis. And I will give you and your descendants after you the land of Canaan for an everlasting possession.
He really wants to be Prime Minister. Lapid really wants to be Prime Minister.
We call upon the nations of the Islamic world, on all our neighbors, Saudi Arabia, Syria, others. We are here to stay. We can do great things together. Come and talk to us. Mr. President, you are the one who can make it happen as you did with the historic Abraham Accords. Then too, no one believed it was possible. Then too, you imposed your vision on everyone. While others spoke of difficulties, you created opportunity. You can be the one to bring the next wave of peace. The people of Israel support this. They want this. We are ready. And you can later today in Egypt with your unbelievably talented team, my friends, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth, forge a regional alliance that will change not only the Middle East, but the entire world. After 2 years of war, the peoples of this region should look around and ask themselves, whose situation is better? Those who chose the path of peace or those who chose the path of war? Those who invested in their people, in the education of their children, in science and education and technology, or those who invested in hate and in violence? From here I say to all those who demonstrated against Israel these past 2 years, on the streets of London and Rome, in Paris and in Columbia University. I do not represent the government, as you know. I am the leader of the opposition. And I tell you, then you were deceived. You were deceived. Propaganda experts, funded by terror money, manipulated you. Now that the war has stopped, you have time and a chance to go and learn the facts. The truth is, there was no genocide, no intentional starvation. The truth is There was an army and a country fighting in the most complicated conditions imaginable against terrorists who send their own children to die for a follow-up, who use their own children as human shields. The truth is that the democratic state was attacked by a fanatical terrorist organization. 1,200 people were killed in one day, women were raped, babies were burned alive. And all the while, they played with your minds, selling you the absurd idea that supporting Islamic terror is somehow a liberal value. There is good and evil in this world. When you stand with Hamas, you stand with evil. When you stand with Hezbollah, you stand with evil. When you stand with the Iranian regime, you stand with evil. When you stand with Israel, you stand on the side of justice.
You're not going to be Prime Minister, Lapid.
Last week I attended the 7th October memorial ceremony. An inspirational woman called Galit Dan spoke on stage. Galit had a daughter, Noya, a 13-year-old girl who was autistic like my daughter. And Noya was full of light. She loved Harry Potter. On that dark day, Noya was sleeping at her grandmother's, Carmela's house in Kibbutz Nir Oz. Carmela was 80 years old. Their bodies, grandmother and granddaughter, were found embraced. They were murdered together. On stage at the ceremony, Galit said a sentence that moved us all. We don't want revenge, she said. We want redemption. Today, the redemption begins. Israel has endured 2 terrible years on the battlefield and in the international arena. But in those 2 years, we also rediscovered our own greatness. We remember how good we can be. Our pilots who took control of the skies over Iran. Our industries leading the world in technology. Our civil society, which reached out to help every victim of the war. We will move forward toward a different future. Our heroic soldiers who saved us all will fold away their uniforms and rise as teachers and engineers, scientists and innovators, investors and small business owners. We will never be able to repay the debt to those who sacrificed everything these past years, to those who, as President Lincoln said, gave the last full measure of devotion. We can only be worthy of them, worthy of their sacrifice.
Okay, so we wanted to
Mr. President, allow me to speak also to the businessman in you, the deal maker who understands value. If there were one stock in the world I would invest in today, it is the state of Israel. If there were one nation that deserves unrestricted access to GPU chips, to AI and SMR technologies, to American markets, it is the state of Israel. Israel's future is intertwined with our eternal alliance, our strategic and moral covenant with our greatest friends, the United States of America. This war is over. We will always need to stay vigilant, to guard against those who seek our destruction. But the state of Israel is about to reinvent itself. The challenges ahead demand not only strength, but a new vision. It's time to take a new path. To be a nation that is advanced and thriving and peace-seeking. We have waited for this moment, for the end of the war, for the return of the hostages, for the chance to rechannel our grief and loss into the energy needed to rebuild our nation. Thanks to you, Mr. President. Thanks to our soldiers, our lions. Thanks to the millions of great Israeli patriots who filled the streets and the square and never, not for one moment, gave up on the hostages.
But it's time